Ethan lived in a small town. It was forgotten and poor. The houses were old, the streets were dusty, but Ethan had a dream. He wanted a better life. He believed in himself. Every day, Ethan saw struggle around him. People worked hard but had little to show. He saw hopelessness in their eyes. But Ethan refused to let that be his story. He knew he could rise above. Ethan's heart yearned for something more. He would often gaze at the stars. He dreamed of a brighter future. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but Ethan was ready to fight for his dreams. He was ready to work hard. He was determined to make a difference.
Life was tough. Ethan's mama worked 2 jobs. She wanted to provide for him. She wanted to give him a better life. She always told him, "Education is the key, son. It's your way out." Ethan's mama was a woman of strength. She never gave up. She taught Ethan the value of hard work. She instilled in him the importance of education. Evenings were special. Mama would tell Ethan stories about overcoming challenges, stories about the power of education. Ethan listened attentively. He cherished her words. He saw his mama's sacrifices. He knew she was right. Education was his ticket to a better future.
Ethan excelled in school. He loved to learn. He was curious and eager. He soaked up knowledge like a sponge. He knew education was his way out of poverty. Math and science fascinated him. He saw logic in everything. He was drawn to the world of technology, but computers were a luxury. The school had one, old and slow.
Ethan spent hours in the library. He read every book he could find. He devoured information about computers. He dreamed of one day working with them.
His teachers saw his potential. They encouraged him. They gave him extra assignments. They knew he was special. They knew he could achieve great things.
One day, Ethan discovered a treasure. It wasn't gold or jewels, but something far more intriguing to him. It was in the corner of a dusty shop, hidden among forgotten relics and discarded items. It was an old, broken computer covered in layers of dust and grime, seemingly abandoned for years. The shopkeeper was going to throw it away, considering it nothing more than junk. But Ethan saw an opportunity where others saw waste. He asked if he could have it, his eyes gleaming with excitement and curiosity.
The shopkeeper was surprised by Ethan's interest in the old machine.
"What are you going to do with that old thing?" he asked, puzzled by Ethan's enthusiasm. Ethan smiled confidently. "I'm going to fix it," he replied, already envisioning the possibilities.
Ethan took the computer home, carrying it with care as if it were a precious artifact. He spent hours cleaning it, meticulously removing every speck of dust and grime. He took it apart and put it back together piece by piece, learning its intricacies and secrets. He read every book he could find on computer repair, immersing himself in the world of circuits and software. Finally, after weeks of work, the computer flickered to life. Ethan was ecstatic. He had done it. The once lifeless machine now hummed with energy. He had brought the old machine back from the dead, transforming it from a discarded relic into a functional marvel. This was his chance to learn, to grow, and to prove that even the most overlooked things can hold immense value if given a second chance. For Ethan, this was just the beginning. The old computer was more than a project. It was a symbol of his potential and the bright future ahead. He knew that with determination and hard work, he could achieve anything. The journey of fixing the computer had ignited a passion within him, one that would drive him to explore new horizons in the world of technology. And so, with a heart full of hope and a mind brimming with ideas, Ethan embarked on his path, ready to turn more diamonds in the rough into shining gems. Section 5, Code to Success.
I taught myself to code. It wasn't easy, but I was determined. I started with the basics, learning simple commands and understanding how they work together. I spent countless hours in front of the old computer. It was slow and outdated, but it was my gateway to a new world. I would stay up late, often losing track of time, engrossed in solving problems and writing code.
He learned from online tutorials and read programming books cover to cover. Every resource he could find, he devoured. He joined online forums, asked questions, and absorbed as much knowledge as possible. He practiced day and night. The more he learned, the more he realized there was to know. His dedication was unwavering, and his skills improved with each passing day.
Soon I was building websites and creating simple games. I was hooked. The thrill of seeing my creations come to life on the screen was indescribable. I knew I had found something special. I had found my passion. Coding was no longer just a hobby, it was a part of who I was. I spent every spare moment honing my craft, eager to learn more and improve. I knew I could make a career out of this. The possibilities seemed endless, and I was excited about the future. I started setting goals and planning my path forward.
He started taking on freelance projects, building websites for local businesses, designing logos, and doing anything to earn money. Each project was a new challenge, and he embraced them all, learning and growing with every experience. He was determined to support himself and his education. Balancing work and study was tough, but his passion for coding kept him motivated. He knew that every late night and early morning was a step closer to his dreams.
My skills grew, and my reputation spread. People started to notice my work, and opportunities began to come my way. I was no longer just a boy with an old computer. I had upgraded my equipment and my skills. I was now working with modern technology, and my confidence grew with each new project. I was a talented young programmer. My journey had transformed me, and I was ready to take on bigger challenges. I knew that my hard work and dedication were paying off. I was on my way to success. The road ahead was still long, but I was prepared. With each step, I moved closer to my goals, confident in my abilities and excited for the future.
Section 6, Breaking Barriers. Ethan's hard work paid off. He received a full scholarship to a prestigious university. He couldn't believe it. His dream was coming true.
I packed my bags and said goodbye to my mama. She was so proud. She knew I would make the most of this opportunity. I promised to make her proud.
University was tough. The workload was heavy, but Ethan was determined. He studied hard and excelled in his classes. He never forgot where he came from or lost sight of his goals.
I joined coding clubs, participated in hackathons, and learned from the best in the field. I was making valuable connections and preparing myself for the future.
Section 7, A Mother's Pride. Graduation day arrived. Ethan's mama was there, sitting in the crowd, beaming with pride. She watched as her son walked across the stage. He had done it. He was a college graduate.
I received my diploma and looked out at the crowd. My eyes met my mama's. I saw the tears of joy streaming down her face. I knew I had made her proud.
After the ceremony, Ethan embraced his mama.
"We did it, Mama," I whispered. "We did it."
She held him tight. "I always knew you could do it, son. I'm so proud of you."
Section 8, Birthing a Vision.
I had a vision. I wanted to create something big. I wanted to start my own company. I wanted to use technology to change the world.
Ethan gathered his friends from university. They were talented engineers and designers. They shared Ethan's passion. They believed in his vision.
We rented a small office. It was cramped and chaotic, but it was ours.
They worked tirelessly. They poured their hearts and souls into their project. They were determined to succeed. Section 9, Against All Odds.
Building a startup was hard. We faced rejection. We struggled to secure funding. We faced technical challenges. There were times when we doubted ourselves. We wondered if we could pull it off.
But Ethan never gave up. He rallied his team. He reminded them of their mission. He inspired them to keep going.
We're not just building a company, we're changing the world.
Slowly but surely, things started to turn around. They received funding from an angel investor. They landed their first big client. Their product started to gain traction everywhere. Section 11, Paying It Forward. Ethan never forgot his hometown. He remembered the poverty that was all around him as he grew up. The streets were filled with dilapidated buildings and the air was thick with a sense of hopelessness. He remembered the lack of opportunities that plagued the community. Schools were underfunded, and children had little to no access to quality education or extracurricular activities. As he grew older and found success, Ethan felt a strong desire to give back. He wanted to create a positive change and offer the opportunities he never had. He wanted to make a difference, not just in small ways, but in a manner that would have a lasting impact on the community.
I returned to my hometown with a clear vision. I had a plan that I believed could transform the lives of many. I would build a community center, a place where people could come together, learn, and grow. It would be a place of learning and opportunity, where children could access resources that would help them succeed. The community center would feature a state-of-the-art computer lab equipped with the latest technology. It would give kids the same chances I had, allowing them to explore new possibilities and develop essential skills.
The community center finally opened its doors, and the response was overwhelming. It was a huge success, bringing together people from all walks of life to celebrate this new beacon of hope. Kids flocked to the computer lab, eager to learn and explore the new technology available to them. They were eager to learn, their eyes lighting up with excitement as they discovered new worlds through the screens. They were inspired by Ethan's story, seeing firsthand how someone from their own community could achieve great things and give back. Ethan had come full circle, returning to the place where his journey began and making a tangible difference. He had gone from rags to riches, but more importantly, he had used his success to uplift others. The community was grateful, and Ethan felt a deep sense of fulfillment knowing he had made a real impact. He had paid it forward, ensuring that the next generation had the tools and opportunities to succeed.